defuse, and it's a 4-1 scoreline to Shopify.
Chances, opportunities on the board. That was always going to be an uphill battle if you're MIBR. Just starting the round 3 versus 5. It's just a tough task, but Melissa finally able to get what she wanted towards this B. If she's able to talk to her teammates and let them know, hey, it's just been the KJ solo here. Buy me a little bit more time. And if MIBR are able to stay alive in the rounds, not allow Fluorescent to get these opening picks, that should allow them some breathing room here moving forward.
Now, when we were kind of talking about this, me and you have been kind of yapping back and forth about this game, right? You know, who's going to have it, which, what win cons come in, because MIBR have been extremely explosive. They ran that lower bracket like a gauntlet, and they made it out quite pretty damn clean. I mean, we had 13 zeros, we had a new, target on SRN being maybe the challenger to Floor. But now, first map coming in here, we're already 4-1, and it's been, let's call it what it is. You can see it on the board there, 14-0. This is dominance, right? This is a fire under Fluorescent that we haven't seen until now. She's been excellent, but this is that step up here. Is this just a pound-for-pound difference? What has happened? What has happened to Shopify that they've been able to elevate so high in these 5 rounds?
It's definitely a question of pound-for-pound difference for sure. We need Sayuri to have the kind of game that she had yesterday, and Jelly, she has what it takes to set up SRN for those forward kills. They just got to sustain these opening kills. Fluorescent, starting from the pistol round to almost every gun round thus far, has found those opening kills.
I don't have.
They've got to button up these opening sequences, make sure if there's an opening, there is a hard trade to follow up, and again, buy Melissa more time.
Looks quite simplistic in approach. This may not be the round that they were looking at to try and implement those changes through the timeout. Of course, Sheriff's couple of ults here, but you'd need a lot to go right to be able to utilize them. Just like a little pop flash and a clear. That will catch, but Sarah was perfectly sat there. Beautiful, beautiful little trap played in off the back of the sound. You sitting anti, sitting safe. And again, Melissa, you're not looking at her to do too much.
Just the protocols are just coming through so strong for Shopify. Let's go. One of the weaknesses of the Sky is just those birds. You can anticipate, you can set up, and you saw Sarah anti-flashed behind that wall the whole time. One step ahead is Shopify here, and Melissa has so much work ahead of her. Good double swing from Shopify as well.
They're so drilled. They're so drilled.
Yep.
This is Shopify looking to step up. I mean, they've looked great the whole tournament.
Should I switch to YouTube? I think I should switch to YouTube.
Okay, we've got a real opponent here. Let's play the game, huh? Let's play the game. Let's play the fun
round coming through in the first half. Look at the ultimates coming through here. For MIBR as Mel is just stabilizing herself. Every ultimate that you would ever want is on the board. Juice is just one word away from her KJ as well.
This is better, I guess.
It's gonna force them to reclaim middle or at least put a question mark to it. I like this. If you're gonna come against a round like this, why not try and be divisive, be a nuisance, be a real problem? But that's huge for MIBR. They heard the sound cue from the op. Now they know they don't give away that opening pick, but this is so tense. Good utility. Nice. And SRN wants to get up close and personal to this wall and try to get a pick with these jellies. Okay, had to give away that the operator was here as well. Did take a little bit of damage too. SRN trying to play with the audio cues.
We are live. Yo. Sorry, I wasn't able to see the chat. I was figuring it out. And I can see now. Yo.
At this point, you've already seen that just
good.
Sarah invested the dart, found nothing, so they're already
let me pop out chat so that it's easier for me to access everything.
It's got a second before it makes it in.
Yeah, it's so far behind. It's so late. This Viper's Pit should buy the time that MIBR are looking for, but we've seen these floods coming through for Fluorescent before.
Oh my god, dude.
How did you just do that? It feels
what?
fated. I don't know how she just pulled that off. Give us a replay of that.
I'm not sure, buddy.
There's a Viper's Pit in the way, Mel.
I'm not sure. I don't want to comment on that because I'm not sure about it.
She's grinning. Look at
I
that
think so, but I'm not sure, if I'm being really honest. And I don't think I don't want to talk about it as well. It's just a stupid thing that people talk about. I don't like it.
Well, fuming. Those were kills for her. How dare you? But 15-0, still yet to die for Floor.
I know,
At
bro.
this point, Lauren, we got to be asking ourselves. I mean,
Just
is Floor
change
gonna
the
go
topic,
whole
or
half with
sorry, I
guns
have to
dead? I
mute
don't know
you.
if that's ever happened before.
It's
John,
just stupid
petitions
to
out
talk
there.
about like that.
Get
I'll
ready.
be really
Get ready.
honest with
Let's
you
lock
guys.
in. Maybe this is where it finally ends. Surely, with that pressure through middle, Floor can no longer
Well,
shine.
Riot knows what Riot
Maybe
is
I'm down
doing.
too early. Gets
Okay.
out of danger, feeling there's too much pressure building
First of
through
all,
here. And
it
rightly
is
so,
for
because SRN was dropping the
marginalized
map
gender and
waiting
female
to
players
pounce.
or women.
And actually, SRN gets isolated. That's an issue.
So I don't
Alexis
think
divides and conquers. SRN
not
was
my
left to
place
her
to
own
judge
devices.
if
That was
it's
almost
fair
impossible.
or unfair,
Last
whatever
time
it
MIBR
is.
sent that dog through and SRN was able to get that ground that she wanted this time.
Yes.
So much utility, so much responses from Shopify, and Alexis wants more.
Again, they are up against Sheriffs. They don't need to overfeed the beast, and they don't. Alexis, composed. Everyone wants their time in the sun. Floor waiting patiently. Here's the next one. Ooh, Floor ain't wanting to give this up. Yeah, Alexis. Okay, now the crowd's getting a little louder. Get in there, Alexis. Oh, not to be, not to be. No aces. No aces. 7-1, Christine. This is, I was kind of expecting this to be a bit closer.
Oh boy, MIBR, Marlowe, Coach Marlowe is in a tough position right now, has to decide whether he's gonna try to give his players a little bit of breathing room here, or maybe he likes the communications coming through from his players here as well. Still, Juve's ultimate is on the board.
Okay, so you've got Juve's ultimate, right? That's all you really got to play with. What are you meant to do? You've got a confident Shopify against you, got Floor. Yeah, exactly what Effie's is feeling. You've got everyone firing. What are you meant to do at this point? It feels so oppressive to handle.
It really does. But MIBR, they've just got to remind themselves that middle has been the name of the game for them thus far this whole tournament on Pearl. So you can see the power of SRN and Jelly. These two comboed together are trying to find themselves some sort of advantage. Breaking this alarm bot should buy them a little bit of control, and they're either going to want to regroup towards A main or go poking towards this street, but Melissa is just... The wall should help, but the high ground, huge pick.
Nice. That's massive for Melissa and MIBR. That opens up big opportunities, but they're still going forward. Oh my god, it is going to be a massacre. And so far it's Mel to succeed, Neuer to trade in effectively, and SRN left just drifting. Now Melissa was the one who won out on that B site, still over towards us, but that spike is just left deep behind the wire in enemy territory. I don't know how you meant to ever get that back.
Yeah, and Melissa still has to clear every single corner as well. She has no idea that the defenders never came towards B to help. Beautiful movements coming out here for Shopify. Completely controlling the macro game of this first map so far, and Juice feels like she's just gotta use the ult to even grab the spike.
You can see the desperation, right? This is, I mean, we need to invest the ults just for this. And look at the timing as well. You're down to what, 17 seconds. They have to keep coming towards this site. There's 3 players on it. Sarah tucked in the corner. They cleared towards pit with a little bit of the Viper util. But you got 10 seconds. Time's running out. And so are your chances. Shopify. Another step. Another dominant round. It doesn't matter if there's 1 alive, 5 alive. Shopify aren't losing rounds.
Every player just stepping up and playing their roles to perfection. Shopify are not giving MIBR an inch on this first map at all. Even these trades, I mean, it looked decent enough. MIBR certainly were more grouped and forward, but the timing that Neuer just finds, beautifully ponging off of her teammate's contact there. And here it is, the second time out coming through here for MIBR, and this is even tougher
Let's go.
of a position for Coach
Oh my
Marlowe, because
god.
there's not a
It took
single
me a while
ultimate
to
on the board that he can
set up
work with.
all
And
the
the money
things.
is shot.
Yeah. I don't know what you would say in those moments. There's not much to say. It's a very hard situation to be in. Of course, coming from the lowers, you are going to be at that disadvantage when it comes to the veto. There is that factor, so you're going to start on a strong map here for Shopify. They've got to kind of tailor-make how they want to play into this.
Camera is so blurry.
Now, right? This goes
I don't
out
understand.
Of that best of 3. You are looking
Trying
at a
to
long
fix
series.
it.
So having a good start here for Shopify is fantastic, but it's not the
Doesn't
end of the world for MIBR. So
Let me check.
chin up and try and do what you can. We have 1 hero rifle coming out. I mean, I'd be surprised if they stuck with that, really. Yeah, it's bits and pieces. It is light out here.
Very light. I'd like to see Melissa applying some more pressure towards this B, but you can see MIBR, they have a different idea. They want to go power and numbers and try to make this low buy work. You can see the hero rifle is on the back of Melissa, so she's going to group with her squad here.
I think
Oh,
it should be better
that's
now.
huge. That's
Oh
massive.
my
SRN
god, nice.
succeeds. Now Sarah actually could be overwhelmed. Apparently not. Sarah's so cool, so calm, but gets traded into. Melissa brawling out. Perfect. MIBR gets some weapons and they get a step towards the site. Finally a fight going their way.
And the agent info should be coming across. Process of elimination. Now MIBR finally taking that space in the site, and
Spike planted.
Jubes doing her job, holding the perimeter.
My god,
The
dude,
angle.
my camera quality is
A
so
gifted
bad.
cross there. Surprised they didn't get punished.
Why
but
is
Neuer
it
gets to
so
take a step
bad? I
closer.
don't understand.
Next challenger though, SRN gets beheaded. Neuer now looking to follow up.
And look at the late flank coming from Mel as
should be
well.
better
Just
now.
biding her time, allowing Neuer to cook.
Yep. Still got the old smell. So sharp with it too. It's just back and forth. Dismantling
Oh my, the
categorically everything
I don't know.
MIBR want to do. And now just Melissa, even the
I think I
divide
got a
on
brand
top.
new one.
Just to add insult to
Anyways,
injury, so
let's
unnecessary
figure
because
out
the
this.
teaser is starting. Melissa trying to make a mad dash for it, trying to do what she can, trying to sit on this one. Has she
Nice.
bought enough time?
Nice.
I think she has. Melissa holds on for dear life.
Let's
What a
now enjoy the
round.
I didn't even
game
notice that
and have
Melissa
fun.
had bought enough time to drop that Q in the post plant. That was everything for MIBR, but finally they're able to get what they want in the round, and it took all 5 members to group up and get these trades, but for the first time we're seeing Shopify have a slightly discombobulated round, and MIBR, they're able to capitalize at least.
Okay, game on. Here we go. This is get a little fire going. Let's see what we've got. Maybe they can close out the rest of these rounds and we get a game. We'll see. Have the purchase. Viper's Pit is there. One away for the divide. Couple of nice bits.
Now
Very
let's
much on the
focus
rise
on the
up for
game,
MIBR.
yeah.
Of course, on the other side, you still have 3 ults ready to go. So, now SRN looking for those opening opportunities towards B.
Here.
It's looking very similar to what MIBR ran on the pistol. On pistol though, both KJ and Astra win streak,
Punished.
but SRN, beautiful shot on the jump spotter.
Lovely.
Jubes is so ready to punish this resniff.
Seems aware of the possibility someone's crept up towards ARP, but staying that diligent, tough.
Yeah, she's got the turret to protect her back as well.
It's a warning signal.
Look at the defenders, they've all left B. This is gonna buy enough time for the spike to slip in.
You are divided.
Okay, Divide's gonna go through. That should be a very safe plan here. Looking at the retake though. Wait, SRN takes the
Oh,
glance
nice.
back around
30 seconds left.
and claims 2 in just
Oh,
a
nice.
quick moment.
Nah,
Catching all of
okay.
this. It's all
They
on
can't
floor.
let
A
Cloud save
1v5,
the op.
Divide in, plan against her. I think this one's gonna be working out, but
I'm not sure why my camera is
operator
so
looking-
bad quality.
pretty valuable to keep hold of.
It's so
Yeah,
blurry,
yeah,
I don't
money is
understand
good,
why.
But it's not the best.
And it's
so
not
just
even
deciding
I
to walk
have.
away with this operator. MIBR.
Let me
That's what
restart
we needed
it. Wait.
from this team, one round at
I'll-
a time, and
Absolutely.
after
try
that
and
second
restart it,
timeout,
wait.
some life into
Yeah.
this team, and
And also just SRN, couple kills there, confidence
Yes.
build is right, feel like you're actually in the game, warm into it, because you feel like they've been iced out so far. So this is good, this is a good sign of life for the rest of the series, that maybe they warm into it a bit.
exactly so. For the side of Shopify, they're still feeling pretty good now at this point. Both initiators in Sarah and Alexis, ultimates online as well, so you can definitely expect to see Shopify playing to their win cons, which has been that flood. As Sarah is proccing that Hunter's Fury, Fluorescence should be having a lot of fun. MIBR looks like they want to do that same spread, that pistol round spread, with KJ and Astra just lurking around and controlling mid.
Quick flash, turret in. But again, eyes towards B, it's been far more successful than most of the other attempts through towards A. SRN gifting them that opportunity, that start that they were desperate for up against Mel before.
Orb is up for SRN. I'd
It
like
should
to
be
see her
fixed
grab
now.
that so that she can be a
Should be
lot more
fixed.
free once she gets
Watching here.
close up to
Because-
Melissa's wall. She decides to just hold the
That's
angle, and
better
that's a
than
huge
before.
kill for Jubes. No trade for Shopify.
Massive.
Okay.
And that's what she was waiting on. Patience pays. Now the question mark gets put a little towards, I guess you could say, Shopify. What do they want to do with this now? They've lost that mid pressure. Do they try and cheat a rotation over, hope for the best? I feel like you are going to do that. Alexis, invest in the ult. Neuer, holding
Oh
it.
my god,
Oh my
SRN.
God, SRN just tried to go forward through that. That felt desperate in attempt. Just trying to play ahead of this.
That was
And now they
insane
regain
to do.
full control of B.
Yeah, SRN had that dash proc, but Alexis's timing with the KO
Oh
just
wow,
completely
what a
ruined
shot from
everything. And
Flo.
Neuer, the reposition is beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning. Neuer has her time in the sun. Everyone getting fours today for Shopify. A 9-3 scoreline. There were signs of life, Christine, but they were glimmers in the end.
Glimmers, is it enough? Is it enough? SRN, has she warmed up enough going into the second half? That's the question.
Just 3 rounds though. It is dire straits. You gotta turn up here now. You gotta wake up here. Shopify looking locked in. However, MIBR is joined by 2 very special guests. So let's head over there. Take it away.
Hey guys, I'm here right now with a few Shopify fans. I think it's their first VCT event. No, I'm kidding. Of course, it's Sans and Kaida, and we have Flip of Tiny as well. Guys, how's it been so far? I mean, I believe you've been meeting lots of fans. You know, people have been taking pictures with you left and right. What's your favorite interaction so far?
Mine is getting to meet Floor personally, because I've been
Oh
a really,
my
really big
gosh.
fan of hers. So it's been really nice to be able to talk to her. Yeah, that's mine.
What about you?
Honestly, just going out and seeing Germany before, because I've been here a few times for VCT, but I was a player before, so it was kind of nice to be able to go out and do stuff outside of that. And there's been a couple of fan interactions that have been really sweet and cute.
Yeah. I did not know that, by the way, that you were a player before. Wow. What about you, Ripple Tiny?
I think it's a mix of both. I've been a huge fan of Mel for a long time, and then getting to know like all of the players, and then going to Germany for the first time has been really amazing.
Okay, so we've got both Mel and Floor stands here in the house. Now, there is an MVP award for this tournament, and Tens, you might know something a little bit about that. Do you think it's going to be Floor for this one, or are there other candidates in mind?
Honestly, it has to be Floor in my book.
What about you, Kaide?
Floor as well.
Definitely Floor. I mean, why do I even have to ask you? You're like one of the biggest Floor fans in the world.
Yeah.
What about you?
Floor.
Definitely Floor, right? It has to be after that performance. And this current performance, I mean, Tens, you were saying how, you know, the early snowball is so important. Do you think it's still as important, especially since MIBR, they look like they're gaining some ground, they're getting some rounds in there? Is it still going to go the way of Shopify, you think?
Honestly, when I was seeing just how Shopify was starting off and how strong it was, especially Floor was like 13-0 before I could even see what was going on. So I do think that snowball potential, especially on your Jet players, is really important. And honestly, I think we're looking for like a 30-bomb game here.
Absolutely one of the best Jet players as well in there, right? And Kaide, how do you feel about your Ribbit title?
Oh, I love it. I'm so
love
glad
it
that
too.
Riot was able to give us the chance to like choose a title for this event. So yeah.
And Pipple
Still
Tiny,
blurry,
quick
dude. I
prediction for
need
this. What's
to-
going to be the final score?
Oh,
My camera, I
maybe like a
guess.
13-7.
Oh, that's
so
really close.
blurry.
Let's see if that
Why?
happens. Let's get back into the game.
Oh wait, I know why.
Thank you very much. Always nice to hear. A little room over there.
Yeah.
Big fans. Big
And
fans.
I love that Mika said 13-7 would be close because we're dealt with a 9-3 here as
You
well.
know what? 7 rounds would be good.
Cope.
I'll take 7.
Yep.
You know what? We'll take a strong 7. As it stands, though,
I
we're standing
know
at 93.
why.
If you're
I
tuning in, you're
think it's
wondering,
off.
can Floor get the 30? The question is
I
there
think
enough
it should be
rounds for
fixed
Floor
now.
to get that in? We'll find out.
Let me
As we
restart
start
it.
MIBR on the defending side now, looking
Properties,
to try and stake their
deactivate,
claim.
activate.
And it's an instant reminder. Floor is in the server and he's looking deadly, but overcooks it a little bit here. Melissa
Oh my god,
dominates,
what?
controls art and turns it into a masterpiece. Sarah left with the pieces of her side scattered over the floor. First contact found, Sayori dropped. Hold on. 3 players though. You don't give this up. You don't make mistakes here, right? You lock in. You need this round. This is the round you are desperate for.
Nice.
And
Let's go.
Melissa,
Oh
when
my god.
MIBR needed her most, was right there.
Nice.
Right there, indeed. What a
Okay, I'm rooting
turnaround.
for-
What a turn of events. I mean, you got to feel for Floor there. I love
If
the
you
space
haven't
making
already
that she's
guessed.
trying to do for her teammate. Just dashing forward, creating that trade
MIBR.
opportunity, but she was too low. Too
Because
low.
I
Melissa
think
just
they
needed to
did
breathe
an
on her a little bit.
insane job
Quickly
this
finding
season.
that one in. That's exactly what you need if you're
Confidence.
MIBR. You need that hero to come through and just drag your team back into this game. So MIBR, this second round, Lauren, this is the most terrifying. Too many times this tournament so far, you've dominated the pistol. And things have just gone too chaotic on this second. So we'll see how MIBR actually handle this one. Floor, that Sheriff, this drone, she's looking for an opening.
Should be handle, I want to say. I want to say handle. It is. Mel goes down. Floor goes down. Perfect little trap set there by Door, denying all of that want and capability to close on any of those kills.
Sound cue, giving the players on MIBR everything they want to be able to react off of. Crossfire's coming through strong here. Sayuri wants to peek off this contact. Melissa, that's not good.
Hero to Nero zero, but Sayuri is there. Safe pair of hands, keeps it secure. Maybe we avoid Art. Art seemed bad. Mino, go Art. 9 to 5. Okay, this was the steps they needed, right? We were talking about taking those steps and kind of going through the motions, seeing how far they'd get. They look composed here, Christine. This is a nice answer back for them. Find their footing here, build into the game.
SRN has a lot of work ahead of her. You can see full armor coming out across the board for Shopify, so SRN's gonna have to choose her angles wisely. All 5 members. Shopify, we've seen this execute come through here before. Noya, you can expect to re-wrap around, find her timing on street as Sarah finds an opening.
Off the back of the flash, they go for it. It's Jelly
Jelly.
who gets Mel down, but the trade out. So SRN falls, but Sayuri waiting. That's a Bucky, that should be ringing the alarm bells.
Sayuri.
The white Sarah just gets put into the blender.
And she did so much damage to Floor as well. Just fade away with that Bucky. Noya, though, with all that distraction, has found this timing. Melissa,
The timing is outrageous between the two. Melissa just on that deeper angle. Noya so sharp with it, but gotta be careful now. Could get over. Whoa!
Oh
A
my
bounding Bucky
God.
destroys Noya, and now down to 2. Flora and Alexis
Oh
in
my
unison.
God,
they can't
no
make it past
way.
the Bucky. Devastating round. MIBR back in business.
round by round, Lauren.
That's the
round
one.
by
That's
round. These are some
insane.
feel-good rounds as well if you're
Yeah.
MIBR. You're starting to feel confident each step of the way. And Sayuri, this is exactly the player we were talking about, having such a spectacular day yesterday. IGL stepping up and just holding her ground in this A main. And Marlo's
Feel-good
just
rounds.
like, oh my God, thank Jesus.
It's insane.
That is amazing for them. They now have the divide there for Sayuri as well. I think they're pretty close to Melissa's ult as well. 2 off. Here, Floor didn't get that early start. Not to the same extent at the least. So no knives to bank on. We got Sheriffs and a Stinger. So seeing what they can achieve here. Already early stake on towards middle.
Melissa breaking that drone really early has made Sarah a lot more nervous. You can see she used her dart as well. Both pieces of util already burned. And on top of that, Melissa, she's gonna turn around and quickly drop that molly on A main as well.
Oh, Floor! The drive-by! Quick as lightning, but the
Nice.
trade is there. They
Oh,
couldn't
no.
join her yet. Noya still tipping the scales, but back and forth. Noya, what is this? That was ridiculous. Where the hell did Noya just get that second from? I gotta watch that back. But SRN has had some rounds, and they could do one right now. Patience, creeping towards the site, looking to find a fair fight, but you're seeing already. Smokes up does allow for the gap to be closed slightly, but also Alexis to evacuate.
Beautiful discipline, beautiful, not giving SRN anything.
First bit of contact, and that's it. Not even noting the other 2 players all over towards this side. And again, there's the stall on the spike. They've got so much time. SRN still considering where the post plant is. Has to check all this, go through the protocol list, and it's time to call it off. Time to try and keep that operator.
Yeah.
Shopify Rebellion.
SRN
I mean,
has
they
to
were
save.
pacey there, Christine.
Yeah, and that was all off the back of Noya's 2 kills, right? Sure, fine. She got away with 1, but the fact that she found a second in art on that timing, on that lurk, was just everything. They needed Melissa to be able to stay alive. And this round is gonna hurt. I mean, MIBR were finally starting to make this half competitive. Okay, it was just, wow.
That was kind of nice on Jelly. Damn.
Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. Good news for MIBR, they still have enough money to have a good buy coming into this one, but this is
Hello, YouTube.
one of the last last chances they're going to have in this half to make this one competitive.
We have Sarah's ult on one side, still got that divide with Sayori. That operator, in my mind, has to be key here. Not in the right place at the beginning, at the very least, but rotations can always bring it into play. First contact, really going to be noted here with a little bit of util shown over towards B.
And you can see quick reactions coming up from the defenders in MIBR. Each time Shopify had made this B hit off the drone, they've always committed in this tournament so far.
So clearing methodically, carefully, noting everything possible. Darts at air. Look at this set piece coming through.
my
Not going to take the space.
God.
Oh!
What?
Huh?
No
How does Flo
way.
turn to get that kill? I don't know. And Sarah gets a
my
second in
God.
this. It felt like there was an opportunity, a little window of chance for MIBR to maybe strike back. But apparently I was wrong and so were they. Another ult to layer on top. Alexis invests instantly. And that may be the just no-go
Yeah, they have
already.
to save again.
That is so unfortunate if you're Jubes there. I don't think she even caught the flash. She just
They
got
have
lost
to
in the
save,
sauce
dude.
with that smoke.
What are you meant to do?
Unfortunate. The amount of pressure
Oh.
that Fluorescent is able to apply
They're
on
still
her
going?
opponents
Okay,
is
they're
just
going for
something else
exits.
entirely. Jelly's
It's okay,
able to
yeah.
find one for herself, get
Nice.
a ult orb as well.
Oh,
SRN, you
wow.
gotta survive.
Yeah, you gotta keep this. That's... I don't know if it... I mean, would the exits even have been worth it for that? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't get pressured in the end. Gets to walk away with the op. Everyone kind of just stays as they are here, but it's 11 for Shopify. MIBR held on 6 now. Getting scary for them. And if I'm not mistaken, did they burn both timeouts in that first half? This is now going to be harder for them to maybe construct something going forward. If they pump the brakes there, you don't get it in the second. Now, with a maybe usable scoreline at 11-6, I'm sure they'd love to maybe touch base, check back in once these ults start coming into play, but they're going to have to just go for it with the IGL.
Yeah, and MIBR, they're going to have to play the retake game here coming into this round. They've got 2 huge ultimates to allow a strong side on one and to retake on the weak. But SRN, she wants to get active.
Just to
No
punish.
flashes nearby for her, though.
Oh,
That's got to have been spotted. Again, that
nice
was-
shot.
It's
What
quick
a
as
pick.
lightning.
Nice.
Mel
What a pick.
just gets eviscerated, and Floor wants to try and avenge her fallen IGL, but no strike back to be had. But Noya, in the meantime, try to take space elsewhere, show presence,
Nice pick from
keep Melissa
SRN.
very much locked in towards this.
The fact that Melissa's maintaining this line and the fact that MIBR have all of art control, though, gives a lot of confidence over to Jubes. Another crossfire on this art area. And Melissa, she's got to handle this street pressure well. She's still got the molly.
This was the one who got the ball rolling in this half, got things started. Does the knife land?
Did it
No.
catch her?
No, it didn't. I'm pretty sure there was no connection on that one. As it
I don't know
stands,
about
though,
this ult.
Oh,
You and me both here. Shopify trying to find a way through the fog. There's a little bit of a gap to plant in.
30 seconds.
maybe
oh
this
my
was a bit too
god.
desperate.
The
Doesn't quite get what they
spam
wanted done, but
Melissa
let's see
though.
what the conclusion is.
Yeah.
And that's your conclusion. Sarah with a quick 2, putting it down to a 4v3, favorable to Shopify, who have the site. SRN needs to find value here. Needs to find it fast. Quick little trade out. Wants that rifle. Wants to get back to business. Trying to take the fight towards the
Nice
back of the
shot.
site. It takes away
Oh,
Sarah
dude.
and Floor.
What?
But Alexis stands tall and
Oh
stands
my
hard.
God, no.
Shopify up to 12.
The hero,
Bro,
Alexis,
SRN is
stepping
insane,
up
dude.
huge and unfortunate for MIBR. We talked about that molly in the back pocket for Melissa, and that decision, it's a tricky one always, but she
Bro,
decides to
God.
try to stop the power with her ultimate, but that just completely blocks her lines. They don't know where the attackers are now, and Shopify are able to handle that round so well. Teamwork is a dream work, and all members were just slowly constricting around that Viper's ult. Beautiful reaction for Shopify.
Get out of my way.
Floor's got ult here. You can hear those knives coming in quickly. SRN still with that operator, and Floor wants in, wants to draw blood. Does a little bit of chip damage, well, quite a bit actually towards Jelly. But look at the reaction. MIBR put bodies on the site. Denial on
Yuri.
entry. Yeah, that's huge impact.
Nice.
And Melissa then takes over the mantle. Sarah now wants to play
Nice.
in training, but it ain't gonna go well. SRN keeps them at arm's length. 3 alive, and MIBR still breathing.
Just barely, barely. But once again, heroics coming out here for Sayuri. You gotta love the reposition as well. This play right here, she started off way back in secret, but as soon as the hit came, she just quickly forward in that church position, and it completely caught Fluorescent off guard. You've got to see more individual plays coming out from MIBR in moments just like that.
Yeah. Now, speaking of ults, SRN's got theirs. We still got that divide, not found that time to maybe invest it yet. Lockdown for Neuer. And that should be enough. That should be a tell here. SRN!
Oh my god.
So quickly! That's Neuer to claim it, but everyone had the right idea in mind. Now Florg trying to step forward a little bit further. Just around that corner was a player, but MIBR playing safer, a little bit deeper on the
Fleur has
side,
an
yet
op
tucking in
now.
towards the back. Jelly, that's yeah, playing just behind them. We're going to fall away from this, but the lockdown's in effect.
Jelly still had the flash in her back pocket. An old school fight was just a fight right
Nice
beyond that wall.
molly.
They choose to get back and try for
Oh my
this flood.
god, what a spam from
Asher
there.
ult on the board.
Oh, does she go with this? Okay, kept composed, kept tame. Plants in. 5v4. Divide is there. We were talking about it. Comes in. They got to clear quick. It's Sarah at the back of the site though. Melissa gonna find Neuer. Now it's time to spring the trap. Sarah leans a little closer as Alexis in unison.
GG.
And now a 3v2. Sayuri and Melissa have their work cut out here, and they've got to
Melissa's
do it. There's no
5
backing
HP.
away from this anymore.
GG,
The
dude.
divide gonna fall, and Fluorescent stands
GG.
with Bell. Shopify 13-7. Very
Damn,
clear
dude.
message sent on map 1.
And the tone here that Shopify are setting early, it is a scary one. If you're MIBR,
Oh my god.
Pearl, it didn't go their way. Every step of the way, it was Shopify finding the openings and Fluorescent just having so much fun in that server.
And that's the scary thing. Between Sarah and Floor, they were having fun. They look excited, composed. But it's a marathon here, so don't get ahead of ourselves. We'll be back after the break with the rest of the best of 5.
Guys, I love that they're doing breathing exercises. I'm watching them, and we can just not stop. Like, we can't shut the f up. None of us can shut the f up.
Maybe look in the mirror.
Flora, I want you to know that Nicole asked us to be quiet for 55 seconds, and you immediately broke the silence. Yeah, Patron 10,000 is on our team. Yeah,
Bro, these girls are insane. Let me mute or I'll get copyright instantly. Copyright free music. Yeah, I'll play this. This is so sad thing about like YouTube. Oh god. Bro, can I somehow bro, what is this music? It's wait.
Hold me close till I get outside.
What's so
Always what's left.
I'll go from here actually. So loud, dude. I can actually control from it. Yeah, it's no better.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the
Meanwhile,
till my shadow turns to sun rays.
If you are new here, I'll just quickly shout out my own channel. I've been posting all the press conferences throughout the GCC, and I've also posted past tournaments as well. If you like them, please make sure to subscribe. And if you're interested in watching these type of content, let me know. I'll try to post more, and maybe my analysis and stuff. I'm not sure about it. If anybody wants to know. Oh yeah, I need to I got all the titles. I just need to get the player card now. Got everything, I just need a player card now. Oh, we got an interview. Wait. We need to listen to it.
6.
Yeah, I don't know what she had for breakfast, but definitely, I know she said she warmed up this morning. She joined the DM, she got 1 kill, and then she said, I'm feeling it, and just left. That's it.
That's it. Well, that's it. Just Floor doing Floor things. Now, you got to see MIBR go through the lower bracket. Did you do any special prep for this team today?
I mean, obviously, we watched most of their games, but we're treating this just like any other match. Like, we're not treating it as a grand final or anything. We're just like the usual prep. We just watch them and like know their tendencies a little bit, but that's it.
All right. Well, you're looking really chill. Congratulations on the first map and good luck on the next.
Her floor is your ceiling. Shopify Rebellion are logged in for this grand final. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm your host, Insu. I'm joined once again by Kakuka and Mimi. I mean, there's no other way to say it other than Shopify Rebellion are just really good.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
They're so good.
Yeah, we can say that. I mean, Floor having that start of the map definitely snowballs into the rest. Like having a 9-3 half is a very good omen.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, that was just her jet map. She's going to be playing Neon on the next one. It's so dangerous to have a player like that already this
Sunset, right?
And speaking of Fluorescent, here she is in the HyperX reflex even moment of the day. We could have picked a lot. Floor was just dropping them left, right, and center.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, getting this on the second round means she also got her ultimate for the third one, in case she would have needed it, because she didn't also die until like round 9. This is the kind of performance that you always pray to have at a grand final.
And I think that this round doesn't just show how good Floor is, but also some of the issues for MIBR. They're playing a solo Sky comp. Not really anyone is still rocking with that, and you see the drawbacks. They feel forced to use utility early to clear Floor off these angles. Then they have maybe one flash, maybe a dog for the late execute onto the site. If they get stalled out by that Astra utility, the Cypher utility, anything that Shopify has, then they don't have another piece to continue that attacking side, and they just got crushed because of it.
And I love the fact that they understood what they needed to do in the defense. Now, the time that MIBR played against Giant X, they won 90% of their post plans. They knew that getting that spike down would be a hurdle that they had to go through. So Shopify Rebellion tried to stop it time and time again, and they were brilliant in doing so. Both the setups and the unexpected dry picks, aggressive from the defense, was a wonder to see.
Yeah, and a lot of that also came from a Sarah who frags.
Sarah frags. This is my goat. All right, I want to drop an opinion on you guys.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm crazy. Sarah is a top 3 aimer in GC globally.
You could just have said Sarah is a top 3 aimer globally.
I disagree.
Okay,
Yeah.
I believe it. And I think we don't talk about her
I
enough
agree.
because she's on a team with Floor. Before she was playing with Floor, she was talked about in NA as the same caliber, as one of those upcoming superstars. And she's not just good mechanically, as she displayed on this map, but she's also one of the absolute best initiator players in this scene, and especially incredible on the Sova. I think the timing of her utility, especially in these late rounds, is always perfect.
I think that everybody from SR had their moments. I wouldn't put her in the top 3, but I think I would put her in the top 10. I don't know. Like, you're talking globally. You're talking globally.
I'm with Mimi.
Really? Okay. I will say.
You're spitting, Sue.
I will say that there is a lot of unsung heroes in SR. The way that the setups are so brilliant. We saw it from the defense, how they were splitting up the players from MIBR time and time again. We saw some glimpses and surprises from the side of MIBR, but let's see.
Also, anyone wondering why I'm streaming this?
What do MIBR need to do here to make sure
The
they do
international
have a
feed
chance in
or
this
the
grand
English
final? They
feed?
don't just get rolled by
Because I have permissions to
and
stream
then
it.
kill Sarah, and then kill Mel,
The
and then kill Alexis.
English feed.
And Neuer as well.
Yeah, I think you do have to have a great map out of SRN here. They're normally incredible.
I do have
and
permission
this
to
team
stream
relies
the
a
English
lot on
feed.
SRN in these early rounds. They have so
That's the
many
reason
setups
I'm
to
streaming
give them
it.
an opportunity
Or
to get
else-
first kill.
I mean, they've played this map a lot throughout this tournament, and every time it's a stomp, either on their side
God,
or
what
when
happened?
G2 won against them. There's no other sides. I think that the most that they've gone is 19 rounds. No surprises in the agent select. And we've talked about Sarah, we talked about Floor. I'm thinking about Alexis here. When we think about this Neon and Breach duo, especially starting on the attack, that's exactly where my eyes are. And also, Jelly is the only player in this game changes that plays the Gecko on Sunset.
This is one of the best maps for Sayori, both in calling and in the individual performance. We saw that in the series against G2. But to put this map in context, I think if MIBR don't win this is probably...
To be honest, I'm a Gecko fan.
They go into Haven after this. A
I like
stronghold for
what
Shopify.
you can
They
do with
really have to bounce
Gecko.
back here.
They do indeed, and I want to see them reset as well and come back out. It's time to get back into the game and throw this over to your casters once again. Pots and pans! I love saying it.
It's good.
Thank you so much, and you're right. Map
love hearing
2,
it.
Yeah, true, honestly. Who doesn't like hearing that, right? Now, map 2 is a linchpin map. Now, let's tell
amount
you
of
as to why
flashes you can get.
MIBR, this needs to be their stronghold. They need to find stability, find that fire inside them, and show why they're
Gecko
here. This is a
is
grand final,
insane.
Christine. This isn't, you know...
I think
look, it's-
the flash is still over.
anticipation
They
of what they
need to
gotta be
nerf
good
it a
here,
bit.
right? This is the moment.
Yes, and we gotta look straight at SRN. Agent change coming through here,
Also,
and this
lock
is
in.
comfort
nice
champion
rocket,
for
as
SRN. The
usual.
raise, the utility that she's able to find for herself. Not to mention the game plan coming through here for MIBR. So many trap plays on the defense yesterday. Beautiful set plays. So I think MIBR definitely will make a stand coming through here, and really weird setup actually for MIBR. SRN is just solo over towards A, trying to make that part of the map look bigger than it is.
Camera taken out.
See how they kind of read through this one. Shopify, of course, will be on the attacking side. MIBR on the defending side. And you're right, 4-1 as a beginning. Split a little bit, but the emphasis towards that B site.
As Shopify just trying to bide some time. They're sending Neuer to go sniffing towards this A. They don't want to commit to anything and run into these traps that
They're
MIBR
faking it,
showcased
but
yesterday.
they're not
They saw
convinced.
that trip, but that one-ways pushed her off the angle.
MIBR is not convinced.
I'm curious if Noya ever calls them off this, right? Like how far...
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
might change the entire game plan for Shopify. We'll see. You can see the spike is actually shifting, and Noya, she is bringing them back towards her.
Yeah, rotation.
They
That was enough.
rotated.
That little indicator, that little moment was enough to pull
So
the plug.
Yuri
Whatever that
is
meter was,
reading
it
it,
didn't
but
like it.
she'll be
Just
so
seeing SRN
late by the
shouldering
time
that
they reach
corner,
it.
enough of a
Still
red
has
flag.
utility. SRN, there's the paint shell. It's gonna delay and buy enough time. So Yuri's on the way. Fault line in tow.
SRN has to survive still, I'd say, and I'd be very surprised if they tried to flood CT, but for now...
Oh my
you look at
god,
the
the
time, 10
flashes,
Shopify
dude.
Rebellion
10
gotta get a move
flash.
on here, gotta secure the site.
Oh my
Going up, they wanna get the fight going. Wingman's in for the
Oh
jelly!
my god, dude.
Clears the site, it's all
Wow.
on Mel.
Wow.
The last standing bastion
What?
of hope. Oh my god.
Oh my
They're not stopping
god,
the
dude.
defuse, and Jelly wants
What
the
was
round.
that?
We've
Insane.
praised Jelly time and time
What a
again.
retake, dude.
Impact alone has
Insane
been
by
off
MIBR.
the charts. This was the map that they impressed us on.
Insane.
Incredible, incredible, and the power of Gecko coming through strong there.
Absolutely.
That cross map help, SRN was fine. I mean, she didn't get any kills that we'd love to see coming from the Rays, but she teed up her entire team to be able to just be hot on her heels with that stand. That's exactly what you need for Shopify or for MIBR's side. And if you're Shopify, you're feeling a little salty about that one. Noya did so much work to push SRN off the angle.
Oh, and speaking of SRN, straight away taking down Mel is a big scalp to claim, removes a lot of those options later on if they wanted to depend on those smokes. Noya now looking to continue towards middle, and look how ready MIBR looked though. You had almost 3 players watching this side. You did have Jelly up towards the top side too, but for now, peeling away from this.
Good. Fault line's gonna push SRN off the angle, but Sayuri responds with her own
my
utility.
Oh my
That's
God.
a shot from Noya.
Yeah, relax
Nice.
a little. SRN retakes control of top middle, but this is going to pull the players away from that B site, so they're looking to pivot through market, and they are being melted down. MIBR, stability found, 4 alive, it's what they needed.
You love the long range double crossfire coming out here for MIBR.
Oh my god.
A lot more depth and layers on Sunset than what they showcased on Pearl so far. This bonus round is gonna mean a lot. I don't think Shopify, yeah, they didn't plant the spike in that second one. So you can see the money is a little bit tough. Players are having to decide, do I go Guardian full armor?
That goes there.
And that's exactly what Noya does here. Fluorescent being on that half as the entry, the first to get contact, might end up biting her. SRN is on the angle.
And they seem so aware of this. Again, wherever it looks like Shopify want to go, there is so much resistance.
Bro, I
You've got
still think
Driven
that
the way, you got 2
in
players.
some
Actually,
maps,
3
Raze is
towards
so
market.
overpowered than Neon.
Just 1 towards A, and this time Noya hasn't gone exploring too deep just yet. This is a patient start. It's an incredibly critical round for Shopify, but for MIBR, as it stands, right place.
It's the same 4-1 pistol setup that we saw, except SRN and Melissa have just swapped spots. A lot of stopping power for Melissa with that blind in her back pocket, and it's deja vu. Shopify are
Seeing round as the
back
pistol.
towards this A main as well.
See that Melissa, as you highlighted, has really slipped off from this, sitting a lot deeper here. Surely the
can't
silence
hear
will come
anything.
deafening soon enough. They're going to have to start investing utility just to make sure that close is cleared, taking away the camp, and it's a double pump. I like this.
Oh my god, they're rotating.
They've
No.
completely taken on the cell that they're all leaving the site. And the Cypher setup isn't on B here, Lauren.
That is
Oh my
wild. They're going to get a free
God,
plant from
no.
this. They're going to have to go, which Floor's happy to do. Take the space, take the site. You can see the clear. No one's
Yeah.
here. You're feeling good about that call now as well. That's starting to feel real nice. But you got to look at the flood back
Oh.
in. Jelly's been fantastic at setting this into
Yeah.
motion. Let's see.
Yeah, she
Wingman
spotted.
forward. Dizzy going
Nice
up. That's gonna
flash,
connect. Floor
dude.
now
That's-
noted. They're going to swing out,
what?
but they don't clear off the back of it. A 1-for-1 trade out, but Floor
Jelly-
going down kind of
that's a-
signifies the
no,
backside
it
is
was
no
a
longer
siren.
secure. You're going to see them
Let
start
Jelly
clearing through. We've
flash.
seen this deep post-plant setup. I like the late positioning from Noya, but let's see how
Oh my
threatening
god,
MIBR
what
can
an molly,
be.
dude.
At some point, they've got to check on Sarah. A little surprised at that one. Neuer has to eventually give away the game here, and you can see Shopify still sitting in this deep post plant. They've got to deal with this defuse, and they do. That is what they were doing before, and they do it once again. But Christine, that call at the start, that little double pump, it was perfect.
It was beautiful. Such good calling coming out here for Mel on Shopify. MIBR has got to be scratching their heads and wondering what piece of information came through to make them bite so hard in that round. But valiant effort on this retake. Shopify have shown their game plan on this map already.
Just give me a second, I'm trying something.
With the Gecko on the side of MIBR, having that win hand as that win con for themselves,
It wasn't earlier, and it's not
a little
even
bit more challenging.
bad on my OBS as well.
Exactly how they want to approach that post. Once again, that's not fair.
Neuer.
Just didn't
get
even
away
have a
with it?
chance.
Yeah, what the?
Let me check
You
now.
can kind of imagine they're
Is
gonna
it-
reinforce that A site, especially after last round. But a free start is gutting.
not.
That one way's
I'm
now
not
removed,
sure
and Jelly can't play off that anymore.
is
But
an issue.
he does still have ult, still has
It's
wingman,
so clear
dizzy,
on
the
my
whole
OBS.
shebang,
I have
and you've
no
just
idea
seen Fall. So you
why.
don't want to stick around on this. You avoid the stun, fantastic, but you got to fall to sight here. You got to keep your composure. Don't overdo it, but still, that's the ult coming in early. Big info off this.
You can see Juves doesn't want to commit to this rotate. They've already been faked out before. Jelly's got so much pressure. The blind catches her.
Perfect. This is just
Now
perfection
they'll
on the side take. They're
start
really
steamrolling them.
isolating other players with the util. Very hard for them to take any security after that Cypher ult.
MIBR, they've just got to tuck tail and figure out exactly how they're going to save these weapons for the next round. And that's unlucky. If you're MIBR, you're okay with this round, especially if you're Melissa. You're letting your team know, hey, all good. Things happen sometimes.
Sometimes.
We move on. Go next.
Yeah, I'd have liked to see the difference, how this would have looked if Melissa was able to stay alive, but it literally was a shot in the dark. Melissa goes down, one way's removed, suddenly Jelly's very isolated, then you're one away from Neuer's ult, and bang, you got everything you need, right? And for Shopify, though, they keep 5 standing. This is now really good for their stability in their money. The observers got nervous, they're like, wait, what's going on? Shooting over the other side of the map, all good.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see MIBR going back into their 4-1 setup. Exactly what they did on Pistol, and they constantly had trap setups, right? And now with Jelly having that ultimate on the Gecko, these trap setups should give them those openings that they're looking for. So wouldn't be surprised if they send either Juves or Melissa back towards A solo once again and try to stay more grouped here. Use these hero rifles on Juves and SRN.
I want to see what they do.
That mid crossfire, they want to collapse and fully fight here.
We have been seeing the Shopify are happy to take that space early on, so this isn't a bad call. Heading off towards that corner now called Petra.
Yeah,
Gets
that should
away,
be called Petra.
At least from the initial check for any players trying to slip the net.
Shopify know that MIBR are on a broken buy. They want to be extra cautious,
Double hero vandal.
extra thorough here. Noya is sending that second cage towards that A main. Not a soul over there, but she's just doing her damnedest to find information.
It's part of the process.
Yeah, that trap setup in mid that we were talking about is
So
still
you
pretty
should hear
dangerous for
this,
Shopify
right?
because they're so
Yeah.
close by.
I wonder if that
Look
cam
at the
was going
timing.
to turn.
SRN.
Oh my god.
That feels so unlucky to not catch.
Yeah.
It wasn't just drifting then, Alexis, but Floor's already in the site.
Oh,
Floor's already in CT.
wow.
Just got to control the space here.
Wait,
The
what?
move. Damn.
What?
Alright.
What was that? Hello?
Just fooning around the place. Plant back in. Shopify once
Oh,
again
bro.
assume
Don't
that
ult.
post-plant positioning.
No way they're
This is big
ulting.
though, but it already gets denied. I thought it might have been able to get a little bit deeper on towards this.
Nice.
Look at Sarah rewrapping, looking for the insurance plan, but MIBR, they've
Oh,
seen this
no.
retake before. They know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, but SRN already gets held away. Nice
No,
to take down Mel, but
Jelly.
Shopify just have the numbers. And
What?
Melissa has confidence aplenty. Once this one done, can't quite deal with Melissa,
Oh
but
my
it's job
God,
done
dude.
again. Once they're in that post plant, it's so hard to take them out of it.
It's so many just answers for Shopify that MIBR have to keep track of. Too many variables, but I gotta say, there was again another chance. You saw Melissa's paranoia ripping across in back sight there, but at that point, MIBR already knew that Shopify got
Bro,
off
that
the
shot
site. So
on Jets
hopefully,
was
as we
insane.
progress more into this half, MIBR are gonna try to hold on to their util a little bit more and focus
So
fire
bad
it,
we
but
sat
at
in it
any
and we
point,
could've spammed the
Shopify can just pivot their own game plan and actually full fight the site. So mind games aplenty. We're gonna start cooking here.
Big ult round though. This is where it gets scary. A lot of want towards those ult orbs. 3 players this time towards A as well, so a very different look here. A little switch up. Let's see, spotted.
My eyes are down.
Tarantino keeping eyes in middle.
All right.
Oh, we've seen this before. Does the timing work
Oh
out this
my
time? It does. We
God.
saw that fail last time. The timing was off, Christine. This time they've tightened that up already. And now the pressure towards market.
No
SRN needs to
way,
get out. And there's
dude.
nowhere to run. That was just absolutely systematic destruction. Sayuri and Melissa are just so behind the curve here. Deep smoke on towards CT.
They all
This one's
lost their
really
win
locked up,
ribbons.
incredibly hard to work back into.
And just deja vu once again. I mean,
Marla
both
should
members,
take a
Sayuri and
timeout right
Melissa,
now.
They've got to think about, we got to save again?
Yeah, it starts feeling really uncomfortable. Floor can just back away, buy a little bit of time. They now need to re-clear. And I think you're right. They've got to call this round off, right? Keep those rifles, look
Yeah,
ahead, see
dude.
what they can do. And I like seeing the Shopify then just bring up that little pocket play, get that TP to spawn floor right up the guts.
It's just such an incredible set play. The 3-prong attack coming through, and SRN didn't even get to shoot her gun.
Nope.
That's the amount of pressure she was under. Coming from B main, coming from market, coming from her own spawn as well. Unsure exactly which lane she wanted to full fight. So MIBR on the defense, they've got to stabilize here and talk to each other about, hey, let's all just fight mid together. Let's just all fight B main together. Pick one or another. Don't go 50-50 in both and try to control everything, because you're just going to get caught with your pants down.
Yeah, I do want to see them take a little bit of a grip into this game, because we've been kind of praising MIBR for their aggression, their kind of, really clear approach to things, especially with SRN when they're so activated in this. I need to see them be proactive. I want to see them play with confidence, and it's hard to say that. You've had a rough map 1, 13-7, and that first half will be in their minds to an extent. Hopefully reset here. But you talk about it, coming back in, okay, first 2 rounds looking good, brilliant, this is what we needed. That's 4 in a row, you're pumping the brakes, and you haven't really had answers yet to what Shopify are doing. What's the clear-cut answer? You're just saying take space, like not aggressively, but with confidence, right?
Right. And I think they just need to lean away from the trap plays. We've seen multiple times now SRN pulling out the paint shell, trying to make something happen with her teammates. But SRN's best quality is the freedom that she has in the server. Just being activated, going sniffing for her own on and off angle once she gets contact. So use that aim, go get some space. It doesn't have to be aggressive from the start, but we do need to be active. Go looking for a fight later on in the mid round. Maybe retake B main. Maybe go deeper in that mid. That timing that she got in T-spawn where she almost killed Alexis. Those are the kind of moves that we need to see coming out from SRN here.
See if she can call up their own number. Make themselves a little more active in this. As it stands, not even going to have the hero rifle. You've got Melissa and I think Sayuri, obviously the last 2 who do switch it over to SRN. Okay, so hoping that maybe this round they can build in and in the right place for it, right? This could be the fight. This could be a really nice boost going through. Dizzy dealt with, stun in play, but SRN unable to capitalize, still being checked by that utility and unable to springboard forward.
But SRN's going to be pretty happy about this. No one contesting her. She's going to be able to grab the orb, get that showstopper online. Melissa's just trying to buy time.
Melissa, this is really, really dangerous. You can't escape it. Floor on the hunt and Melissa falls. That should be the site locked in the hands of Shopify.
Yeah, no blind in her back pocket for the stopping power. Too risky. And MIBR again in the same position, arriving towards the site when it's already gone. This time Shopify, same game plan. Keep floor forward and get back to spam.
And then adding layers, Neuer on top of this as well. Early util has to just be invested to try and clear floor.
So
but just got moves, and got a mouse jump as well. Trade comes in, but there's that dagger in the back. Neuer, a new layer to this they hadn't seen before. Even Mel now closing in through market, adding adjustments, denied on the wingman, couldn't depend on it for the defuse.
Bro,
and
the
once
post plant is
again,
very
Shopify
difficult.
in the post plant,
A retake post plant is
impossible
very
to move.
difficult here.
Just tough scenes out here. Shopify are completely controlling the map. The rotates were a little slow last round. Melissa did play this round a little too risky. If she had the blind, I could have seen the vision for sure, but her teammates were just too damn far. Making a play in A main and making a play in B main at the same time is just too greedy if you're the defenders. Shopify are just one step ahead, absolutely able to punish. They get rewarded for it. Once again, a good spread coming out here for Shopify. And Melissa, she wants to test her luck again. Blind though, she's got it.
Controlling space. It's the mid challenge though, and it almost feels process of elimination. You've got to start feeling they've got to be looking towards middle, and now that should be the signifier. It's indeed the case. Floor gets slowed down a little this time. Finally hindered in approach and being hunted out by 3-4 players. Floor is drawing all attention here. All eyes on Floor, and she's still succeeding. How is she doing this? Where's the rest of Shopify? Right beside her. Taken towards the site. Melissa now forced to fight forward. Shopify clearing house. Jelly taking back space towards CT at least. Melissa 2v2. Does the plant go in? It absolutely does. And Neuer staying here. They're not backing away. They're not falling away. Attention drawn 1v1. Jelly has got them at least 2 rounds here now. One of those early ones on the pistols, that was theirs. Now here finding more value and online, but it is a bit of a drought that they finally find a bit of a break to.
Good news for MIBR is that they didn't have to invest the breach ult. Actually, they didn't even have to invest any ults to be able to win that round. It was just the gunplay. Woof! The scrappiness coming out here for MIBR, and finally the trades coming out strong for the side of MIBR. So 4 huge ultimates coming online, on board for MIBR, and this is it. This is exactly what you need to be able to turn things around. I'm seeing a potential 5-5 if MIBR are able to combo these ults together, and it's off the rip.
Yeah, Floor's out of there. Get out of danger. They've all been caught. This could be devastating. But Mel on bodyguard duty, but the rest is a slaughter. It's down to a 2v2, and look at the HP. Mel, after all of that, does, I thought she might even have gone ult off that one, doesn't, but will at least for the plant. And now you got Fluorescent taking over the role of keeping Mel safe. Plants in. Sayuri does have ult. Jupes is making their way over.
God.
But Mel playing a little
Sayuri should
sneaky game here. Gotta be cautious, gotta be careful because that smoke is dissipating. Mel has made this possible. It's all on Floor and Sayuri. We were complimenting Sayuri a great deal before.
She has no idea where she is right now. Earlier, the neural diff did go off, but the mind game's coming through so strong.
There we go, you've heard it. Stuns up. Sayuri
Bro, she was not in the line of sight of the stun. Oh my god.
Fluorescent stays alive and they get back on track. Just a blip in the radar now of that one round in round 8.
And Fluorescent playing that round so well. We gotta highlight Mel once again. Every one of her teammates got hit by that utility. That should have been a mow down, but Mel stepping up to the plate, saying, "Behind me, Mr. President, I got you."
I mean, that's just clinical from you, Floor.
And just hyping up her own teammates as well.
What a captain.
Beautiful.
Captain. Okay, 3 rounds. Is all MIBR has been able to manage thus far. We got ults coming online as well for Shopify again. 2 away for Alexis, still got Mel's online, Floor's online, Sarah's is there, 2 off from Neuer. Sayuri didn't invest theirs into that previous round. Melissa still has that TP. They clear through middle here. Maybe with that ult online for Mel, they're a bit curious about, is that going to be once again sent up towards middle off the back of Fluorescent taking the space, but Jelly, got to be cautious. This Floor going to show presence towards top mid.
Sheriffs have been deadly all tournament long. MIBR need a little bit of luck on their side and some beautiful shots as well. Fluorescent is doing such a good job, completely just taking care of all that utility top mid, and they slip away. MIBR, they've got to re-clear. Look at that wingman going across top mid. They're not sure exactly where the bodies of Shopify are.
Sorry, maybe right place, right time. Could be explosive though. Smoke already towards market. Zaren now knows the pounce is coming.
Nade.
And they're already taking the site. We know that Floor would
Oh
get towards
my
backside. Can anyone
god,
stop her?
dude. This
No,
is insane.
nothing.
Wow.
It's
Oh my god.
the one and
This
only.
is insane
Just
and
keep it
absurd,
all
okay.
eyes trained towards her.
Like,
Let the rest of
what
the team get
can
the
you
plant in,
do?
do what they need, get into that post plant. I'll take the attention. I'll take the kills. I ain't gonna stop. Does finally fall away.
What
That
can you do in
pathing
this
is
war?
something else. coming out for Fluorescent. We need to see a replay of that because she even min-maxed her ultimate there, fully using the gas or the speed rather, and then proccing that ult to get even more speed for
that's
herself.
insane,
Beautiful work
what she
coming
did there.
here for Fluorescent, and for MIBR, that is just pain.
Yeah, this was always going to be a tough round with those sheriffs, but Neuer not going to let it go either. Shopify, don't stop. This feels like this was the linchpin map, Christine, we were talking about at the start. This was the one we were looking at for MIBR to make their stand on, prove that they deserve to be standing in these finals. And there's a little watch back and forth there, as said, min-max the whole way through.
Will it be 3-0? I don't think so. They should win at least a match. It shouldn't be a flawless thing.
MIBR, they've got to have one of those feel-good rounds come up for them once again. Will be a healthy purchase. Only 2 more chances in this first half. Opting to go for a 2-1-2 setup. This is a fast, explosive play for A.
It's a crunch as well, straight towards elbow. Can they survive? No, they cannot. The scrutiny too high, the pressure too much, and Floor just bounding around the map. SRN looking irrelevant as that challenger to the throne. Held on 5 kills here and being hunted down, kept away, arm's length the whole time. And another ult on top.
Sayuri can't even get close enough to pop the ult. She finally gets in position, but Alexis has one in her back pocket to respond.
Here's the flash, here's the push.
Oh, nice
First player
shot.
down is Floor, nice from SRN. Here comes the ult. Clears on through, doesn't affect MIBR, but the counter ult now going to come in to try and clear the site. SRN wants their name up in lights, but Neuer tries to take at least a couple of them down with her. And the 1v1, but time is ticking. Alexis on the other side draws all eyes towards her. It could be the ace for SRN.
Oh god.
I wanted to see them do something
They are
about
both
this,
first
but
sides, bro.
Alexis
Both
is
first.
not allowing it.
What can you do?
Shopify allowing them a glimpse at glory and then
my
taking
God.
it away.
And you
Did
gotta
they
give
take
credit
timeout
to
yet?
Alexis
I don't
there.
remember.
Sometimes it's boring
Did
playing the breach,
Marlo
but
take a
look at the
timeout? Yeah, he
assists
did.
coming through double digits, and she just had arm out the entire time, setting up her teammates to find those advantageous duels, and it was just Shopify playing all their cards right, securing this round. And even if SRN has a round for herself, Shopify did just got all the answers.
Never lost a time post.
Don't feel so cursed if it might be 9-3 at this point, but you can see the money not in a great position for MIBR. Down to Guardians, light shields, no big ults to bring into effect. Down really in the doldrums here. This was meant to be their stand, but they've been dictated to the whole way through.
Looks like MIBR this time want to fight earlier instead of waiting around.
Let's see if they can actually pull that trigger on it, though. They've been kind of slowed down, but it looks like SRN still wants to explore that. It feels like a bit of a...
No way, dude.
At this point,
What?
held back, lost any of that punch to it, but maybe Melissa checked on.
Yeah,
Still
they're
heads
checking
up.
that as
Shopify
well.
now just like bulldozing around the
Bro,
map
they are
here,
so locked
playing as
in.
5 almost. Only now is Mel disconnecting from the rest. They reset
They're
this
so
base.
locked in, dude.
Shopify handled that mid play so well, just not giving MIBR any of the lines. Staying fully tucked. Melissa is able to beat the rotate. She's got the trips to work with here as well, but no blind, no stopping power.
Has to respect it. The site's so hard to go through. Good info. Still 2 missing. They've seen at least a couple of these players here for Shopify, and now the backup's on the site. Melissa unaffected by the stun. Maybe Shopify to try and take that full control, but actually MIBR want to brawl on this one. Yeah, there's the swing though. Melissa called upon, does get one. Time running low. Down to 10 seconds now. SRN up against Mel and Sarah. Tap on the spike. The time is running out here. Where's the final player? SRN reads it, but couldn't find it. Sarah with the shot. Putting Shopify up to 9, and MIBR are going to be gutted left on 3.
And another flank, another layer for Shopify. If it's not Noya on the back lines, it's Sarah after she burns all her utility, coming through as that insurance plan.
Bro,
MIBR
it
looked like they
took
almost
3
did
there.
enough. I mean, Shopify were a little bit
what is going
uncomfortable
on this round?
outside that B
They
main,
all
but
went this side.
great response coming out here for Noya. SRN once again almost finding a round for her team.
So close, but not close enough. But 9-3 is not over. We're going to pass it down to actually Mika Fabs, who's standing by with 2 of some incredible guests. You don't want to miss this.
incredible guests I have here from T1. We have Stacks and we have Buzz in the house. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. So guys, I know that you have been posting pictures about your travels in Berlin, right? How are you liking it so far?
I mean, the streets are beautiful and the people are so good. I'm enjoying Berlin so far, so I love this city.
What about you, Stacks?
Yeah, same like Buzz. Yeah, I love this Berlin EU. Incredible.
And so far, are you guys both on the Shopify train or MIBR? What's it looking like?
I'm rooting for SR, and they're a super great team, and I think they're gonna win.
What about you, Stacks?
Yeah, me either. With the Shopify. Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, and I think everybody's been talking about Fluorescent. I mean, Buzz, as a duelist yourself, why do you think Floor is like so good at what she does?
I mean, she's killing everybody.
Yeah, she's not dying.
Yeah, she's not dying, and she's killing everybody. She rushing into the side and killing every people, and she proves why her is the best in this tournament. So I think she's goated.
Yeah. What about you, Stacks?
Yes, me. Every time I wake up in the Korea, and every time I watch the pro set is the highlight, and it's so incredible. She's mechanically skilled also. Every time I watch them, and I learn also. So yeah, it's so amazing.
She's all over your feed.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, it's like floor, floor, floor. Does that mean that you guys are all supposed
Stacks
to
looks so happy coming after to T1.
Of course.
I'm so excited to watch them next season.
Right now for SR and MIBR, what do you think it's gonna be?
I think it's going to be 3-0 for SR.
3-0. Oh, what about you, Stacks?
In my head, 3-0, but I want to see in my heart 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, for SR.
Going for game 5. Ooh, very interesting predictions.
Nice.
But we'll see what happens when we get back
Yeah,
into the
I
game.
doubt 3-2.
Thank you.
I love
I mean, they can come back.
I love seeing Buzz and Stacks, and look,
They have the ability to come back, but
that's a pretty big tick in the box.
I don't know, dude.
And yeah, I'm starting to think that 3-0 might be a little more likely. We were unsure at the start. We were back and forth in the whole way through, but 3 rounds ain't much for MIBR.
But Sayuri is smart.
They got
Like,
us. They
she
got to work
is
it out,
also
and it's got to
very
start
smart.
now.
Yeah, it's terrifying for sure. At least for MIBR, they get to be the attack side of things. SRN felt a little bit held back on the defense with their set pieces. Now SRN get to pick her own timing, demand her own pace, and expecting SRN to be a lot more explosive in the second half. You can see that Jubes is taking the role of Noya on this attack side, wants to be on the lurk, find some sort of pinch. And Melissa is gonna bring her team back if the defenders come too deep.
That's a real show. They don't seem too phased on Shopify. Sarah looking to make sure no one's slipping the net. Smoke's there.
Oh my god, they are waiting for them to push out.
Yeah, you do 3-2-1 and they walk
Oh,
in.
nice, Jelly. You should just keep going in. Oh, nice. Wow, what a setup. Amazing. Amazing from MIBR.
1v3 is a lot.
What a crunch. Nice. Nice. Nice one.
MIBR. First step now.
First step.
You gotta
Round
take
by
a couple
round.
more.
Bro, she could have killed her since she had pistol and, classic and kills.
And SRN immediately going for a Vandal. Most of her team immediately going for these big guns. They don't want to mess around on the second round.
Oh, they're
No
full
stingers
EDG
in
the
sight.
entire round.
Noya just communication across the board, letting each other know, hey, let's not give our opponents any inch back into this.
Oh my god, this is so cringe, dude. Like, oh my god.
Sarah's gonna get first contact.
Yeah.
You can see the concept, you can see the idea. Now let's just take down SRN, which, okay, fair enough.
Sarah's
Jelly.
back up.
Yep, okay, just passing it over to the next player's hands. You've still got 2 players holding this doorway.
Trying to take care of the weaponry here. Jelly doesn't want to allow SR to get any of these, so gonna juggle those back to the back lines. And during all of this, Mel and Noya have just been hanging out, trying to create a trap for their own.
Bro, shorty. Oh my god,
They
dude.
don't want to give these shotguns any sort of orbs. We've got a shorty and a Bucky on the other side. MIBR doing well here, being patient, waiting to regroup.
I mean, it's so cringe, but I like
Oh boy.
it so much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and has a classic. Wow.
Still as well for Mel. Switch over to the classic.
Yeah.
On that ghost. Melissa gonna take her down. So this should be green light towards the A side. Should be able to get a pretty fair plant on this. See too much to deny it. It's still just the Bucky into classic. So
planted.
It's a good thing that it's not a good thing, but
yeah, I think we're in for the full 30 seconds here. Shopify should try to die to the spike themselves, and maybe Alexis will burn the fault line to try to get Sarah a kill, but they're going.
I mean, and you can see why. It was a pretty decent concept towards clearing that default player on the back of the side, but Jellybanks is there. Yeah, that was nice from MIBR. Didn't give too much away in the end. They were happy.
Jellybanks need 1 point for ult.
Usually you don't want Jelly to be so close to the ultimate. As you see, just 1 orb away on the bonus as well. So for MIBR, they've got a huge way back into just dominating such a huge round for themselves. Really deja vu coming here from map 1, where MIBR have turned things around in the second half with this pistol. We'll see if they can get another incredible bonus under their belt, but this is exactly what you need to try to get back into this map. MIBR, they want this B main orb, and Shopify, they've got an inkling. Another high-low setup.
Like the early boombot there, just to be cautious. Quick work up middle though.
Jelly's gonna get it.
So that's the ult online. It's big to bring into this round.
Jubes can hear that sound.
She's hearing everything going on.
That was running around.
Cage triggered.
Good pressure, good role playing here coming out for Jubes. Look at the setup for Noya. She just wants to control spawn. She knows that SRN consistently pushes.
They're pushing into
Noya does lean a little further ahead.
Ooh, both trips.
Paranoia. Noya's got Sayuri. That's one place to catch off here. Does make that utility now a little bit trickier to maybe hold into the post plant. Mel gets cleared. That was so clean. Big info off the dart. Alexis takes away Melissa. That's denied the plant. Now time's up in the air. A 3v3 here. Sarah cleared. SRN so sharp. Jelly as well starting to fire up here. Almost does some damage.
Tell me that's not.
The slides are so strong.
Stupid.
Fluorescent plays this neon so well. 17 kills for her, but Jubes was feeling good. That's her second kill to just close things out. And you've got to love the prep coming through for Shopify. I mean, MIBR, they've got to be feeling really good about that round, but a lot of reads coming through here for both squads, and Jelly is feeling good.
Look, we spoke, SRN took a lot of the kind of conversation piece, but it was always Jelly, the second line down, right? Yeah. And they are having an exceptionally good game here.
This is so similar to map 1. Of exactly how the macro is going so far. This time though, Shopify are a lot broker. Bucky's once again.
That's a gamble stack.
Good fault line.
Although that Bucky can still do enough.
Oh my god, no dude.
This is an absolute crunch
here. Oh my god,
Bucky
it's
again,
so
deadly, and now they want some more. Back-to-back damage! Jelly and Melissa in tatters.
Oh my god.
They sprung the trap so perfectly. And the 1v5 now with a very armed team up against you.
And that drone just barely missing Jubes there. Interesting, Sarah thought they were getting flanked, but...
What was that? Oh my god, dude.
What a round. Shopify are just so deadly. Fault line lands. You've got a
She didn't even...
Okay,
no, she saw.
1 sheriffs across the board.
Wow.
It's just... Again, same scenario as map 1. As soon as MIBR find some footing, find that round that they were looking for, what they were working for the entire half, and Shopify just have another response right after.
Yeah. Watching this. Okay. What's it like to be talented? What's it like?
It's
yeah.
I gotta ask Larissa after this.
Yeah, dude. What can you do?
In that server.
What can you do
Good to see.
in that situation?
6 to 10. It was a one-off maybe, right? Can they instantly get back in? SRN wants to file it underneath her. Sarah under pressure, still trying to stay alive, still gets the info, still gets a kill.
Nice
Put to bed
Banks.
by Jelly, but Jelly now in a real predicament here. Gets to keep her life and gets to move on towards the site. Noya trying to still control some space on this. Not giving up back pillar. Wingman not going to check her on the first time. And Noya trying to be set into motion, and she is. And Spike lost. How is Shopify back on this site? MIBR dazed and confused, and Shopify up to 11.
Noya handled that round so perfectly. The patience. I mean, you could tell she was waiting for some sort of util, either coming from Alexis. It happened to be off the back of fluorescent stun. As soon as it comes through, she 3-2-1s and sends it through this smoke. And that is terrifying.
Literally, it's insane whatever
the
they're
whole
doing.
time Noya was weak side. She was solo, but the time that she's buying and the fear that she's putting in to the attacker's eyes, they can't get the space they want.
I'm perfect.
True.
True.
True. Honestly, true. Timeout for MIBR. Feeling the pressure now, because they felt like, hey, great start in the second, good first half, we're building back in. And then a couple rounds happened. Couple rounds, couple Buckies here and there, couple Sheriffs, a little bit of confidence. Now they're up against a whole lot of odds, a whole lot more money, and 11 rounds facing them. This better be a damn good timeout. I mean, they've got some very big ults themselves. Who's that player? Never seen them before. But again, they've got some big ults to bring into play, right? I hope they've got something in mind, how they want to approach it. Bring out a nice little set piece that they feel comfortable with. Get them up to 7. Get that scoreline feeling a little less impossible.
Yeah, get SRN involved and try to activate this player as best as you can. That is MIBR's win con here, and SRN has slowly but surely warmed up into this series so far, has had those explosive rounds, but has not been able to get away with as much as she's used to. Shopify are doing such a good job at not allowing those incredible multi-kills that she's been showing us all tournament long. Fluorescent wants to get really aggressive on this angle. She's all alone, but she's got that stun and the slide to be able to back away if she needs to. Good ping coming out here from Sarah.
Timing.
It's a shoulder.
Continues forward, clears through by tiles.
See her, all the timing.
And actually wants to hunt this down. Floor.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so perfect.
Yeah.
The way she approaches this
Like,
game, looking to
literally,
get another
what
one,
can you
does get
do?
outdone.
What can
MIBR
Melissa do
dealing
with
with that
that?
threat, and they're trying to split right through spawn. But that's gonna be a lot of information. Jellykin's gonna be powering forward here. Big info, but they got to evacuate.
Oof.
They're still trying to stand their ground.
What a fault line
Holding this
from
down. The paranoia very
Alexis,
good.
dude. What a
That takes
fault
the space
line.
behind it. I like that. Confidence, bravado. Sarah trying to play them in here.
Oh, Jelly
Nice little
Banks.
chip damage, but not enough. Alexis still alive, and Jelly being the hero MIBR needed in these moments. But Alexis can still turn this around. But a 1v3
Nice.
not gonna happen. Jelly this time in my mind, Sayuri by their side, really stepping up.
Exactly what MIBR needed, and that was a round that Shopify were controlling through and through from the beginning. The fact that Fluorescent pushed through A, it demanded MIBR respond and make that B split happen, but that was on the strong side the whole time. Most of the bodies of Shopify were on this part of the map, but Jelly coming up huge to force those trades. And SRN, I don't know what happened to that showstopper. I don't think it even did any damage to Sarah, but at least it allows MIBR to get in those back lines. Jelly's ult back online. And MIBR, they want to go force the issue towards this mid. Spike is down in their spawn, so this is a round where MIBR will probably just bluff this forward area, try to cut the line of this market. Got to handle this operator well.
Oh, Floor, can you get away from this one? Absolutely, and actually Sarah from as far as possible, looking for a connection, not going to get it actually. And they managed to stem at least a little bit of that pressure coming back in. Levy. Now Floor looks to try and control from back pillar, gets a little further ahead, wants to re-clear towards market, spots a player. glance towards
It's a good setup
towards main. They've still got a good idea of what's coming their way. Still a little paranoid about middle, but a big Sol spotted and a player deleted. Floor still in control. Gets dealt with. SRN trying to heat up, but Sarah with the effective trade. But when Jelly stands, there's still a chance for MIBR. But a 2v3 now has numbers against them. Jelly goes down, and it's all in one. Alexis and Mel.
Bro, they're so aware.
Tube's desperate. Would love a pick here. Bring it down to a 1v1.
The timing.
Didn't quite clear deep enough on that. Goes for the plant, and look who's creeping closer. Shopify taken. No risk, no chance. And gonna be taking another round. Christine, I think we're seeing how this one's going.
It's tough.
This is Shopify in full effect.
Full effect indeed, and you even got to appreciate the way that Alexis played that last round, right? Just tucking in, not allowing MIBR anything, and that teamwork, that mid-maxing, those fundamentals is exactly why Shopify haven't dropped a single map this entire
Bro, the
tournament.
setups Alexis does is insane.
23 and 13. Look at the assists on the side of Shopify as well. I mean,
Alexis, Mel.
16 on the breach.
Yep.
Such powerful
Insane.
initiators on the side for Shopify.
We go again, MIBR. You know this was your map to try and stand tall on.
Nice.
And that's what you needed. Melissa with a good start takes away Mel.
Nice.
Stamps some
The
authority into
smokes
these
is
rounds.
away now.
Characteristic for Mel, missing that jump spot. Hopefully MIBR are able to actually punish off of this
jumps
opening.
is hearing
No smokes on the
every
board for that
footstep.
stopping power. Love this reaggress coming through here for Fluorescent. This should give a lot more freedom for Alexis. She's going to be able to assist and do that cross map help for Noya. And what a correction for Floor.
Starting to feel out the game, starting to feel that confidence. If you start feeling untouchable, and that's a scary prospect when you're adding into the occasion. It's Floor doing that. Alexis now clearing mid. The pieces are falling here. Sarah gets a catch on towards SRN. Jelly, the hero of MIBR, the one who's found their footing in these finals, is only on 11 HP.
Yeah,
and Sarah looking to
fast.
clear house. It's all down to Sayuri to try and make a stand. Surrounded and put to bed. It's map 2 for Shopify. And that was meant to be where resistance happened for MIBR.
And it's terrifying because of how casually SR have handled this series so far. Map 1 and 2, it's just another Tuesday for this team right now. Fluorescent is just not breaking a sweat. 24 kills, 10 first bloods. She's just having whatever she wants on that server.
It's getting to do or die time for MIBR. Do not miss out on these next maps. It could be all over.
Red Bull gives you wings. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do, I just feel so good.
Bro, I'll get copyrighted instantly. The downside about streaming on YouTube. Bro, should I switch to Twitch? I think I should switch to Twitch. Yeah, give me like a couple of minutes. I'll switch to Twitch.